Welcome back, runners. This is season 8, episode 5, message 3. We are chatting with Coach Bala on various topics to do with running. And now, my favorite topic, since I started off as a very competitive runner. I really like poring over metrics and looking at the details and trying to see how I can do something better. And for us in this community, when we got started with running with Bala, it is my sister, her husband Srivatsan. So my sister is Aparna, her husband Srivatsan, and my husband Raghu. All of us got into this, and we had a tendency to kind of compare how we were running, the metrics and how it looks, and how can we, we all expected to be around the same pace and everything, right? It's like we're all starting together. And I remember very early on, my husband Raghu dropped out of that whole competition saying, I'm running for myself. And, he actually refused to be friends with me on Strava because he didn't want to be pressured into all my analysis and, and trying to get him to run faster. So that is how, I am. I started out that way. And I think I got a few injuries along the way. And then that's when I realized that's not, how you go about it. But it's still very hard for me. I still look at metrics. I still want to reach something. If somebody else is doing something a certain way, I want to see how I can get there, right? And we have Srivatsan here, who's an amazing runner. And we're constantly in awe of how he's able to achieve what he has done. Well, the rest of us are just looking at him going, why is it not happening to us? So what do you think, Bala? How should we approach this?
I mean, this is such a important topic, and I'm glad that we're talking about it right at the beginning of the season. It's important. I would say this is one of the most important topics that runners should be focused on and thinking about it. And we should. I want to start this topic with a fundamental question: who are you competing with? You know, if you're able to get the right answer to that question, everything else will flow beautifully, right? So before I share my answer to that fundamental question, let us first lay out some focusing facts that all of us will have no problem in agreeing, right? First one, none of us are professional runners. Okay,
True.
that's a fact
Mhm.
number one. That means we are not competing for Olympics. We are not competing for national some recognition. In fact, I don't even think if I look at our group, no, nobody's even competing for a position in their school. Maybe some kids are doing it, and we strongly encourage those kids once they reach a certain point to go and join their school cross country program and that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So I just from this audience standpoint, our audience is amateur runners, early
Correct.
stage to medium stage amateur runners, running with an objective of health improvement, mental and physical health improvement, wonderful community, enjoying and having fun. That's really the clear motive. That's fact number one. I'm hoping nobody will have any issues with that.
Yeah.
Fact number two, the medal that anybody gets when someone crosses the line is exactly the same medal for someone
Correct.
who crossed 30 minutes earlier or
Yeah.
someone who crossed 30 minutes later. Exactly the same medal. That's fact number two. I hope all of you will know that. Fact number three, the time that you did, nobody cares after 5 minutes of after you finish. That means, let's say today you did 2 hours 30 minutes when your absolute best would have been 240 and some magic happened on that day and you did 230. That was phenomenal for you. You put it in Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and everybody's like, Sujaa, you are amazing, blah, blah, blah. Exactly one day later, that's it. Nobody, probably even you would think about it.
Yeah.
It's not like as if you're a Kipchoge who finished 2 hours and it's written, history book is written on that timing, and my
Right.
daughter's daughter will be reading about that. No way, nothing is happening. In fact, you yourself don't care about it for the
Correct.
10 minutes to 30. Maybe you will care about it in a very, discussion. So if these three facts we know for a fact that all three are absolutely true, there is no debate on this. Then comes the question, what is PR? That personal record we say. What is PR? Because this personal record is a very special word in running. Its word is personal. That means you are trying to improve your own self. And this PR is just a guiding light for it. It's just a guiding light. Just because you didn't hit a PR doesn't mean you didn't improve yourself. Let's be very clear. The very fact that you're running for, let's say, Sujaa, you are run for 3 seasons, you said, 3 years, you said almost. And you said you couldn't run a mile. What mile? Like maybe even something much less than that when you were in 12th standard.
Yeah.
When you were in 12th, when we were together in 10th grade, that applies to me too. Both of us couldn't even run maybe 1 kilometer. Max, I don't think so. 1 kilometer is
Absolutely.
too much. 500 meters,
Right.
right? That was when we were at the ripe age of 16, 17 years. And 3 or 4 decades later, we are dishing out full marathon.
Yeah.
Marathon after marathon. Are you telling me that you haven't improved in life when it comes to this journey? I mean, think about this. Just, I don't think any other metric in life where I can say I've improved 100x from the peak of my life in terms of youth and energy to now. I don't think I've improved 100x in any item. Like, say, I was amazing in math 40 years ago. I don't think I'm like 1/10 of that right now. Yeah, I can keep on going and ranting. My qualities has reduced actually. But this
Right.
is one thing I've improved 100,000x maybe.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that is so true. When you put it that way, yeah, that is so
Yes,
true.
right. So that means you are on the path of constantly improving your own self. Or in other words, your real competition is the Sujaa 3 months ago, the Sujaa 6 months ago, the Sujaa 1 day ago, or even the Sujaa 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That is the real competition. And you need to understand that the Sujaa 6 months ago, you are able to beat today the Sujaa 6 months ago. And then something happened, some mess up happened. You had a injury, family issue, and all that. And now the Sujaa now is actually worse than the Sujaa 6 months ago. It is okay. Think about the Sujaa a day ago. Can you
Yeah.
beat the Sujaa a day ago, even with all the problems you had in your life? Your goal should be to beat the Sujaa a day ago. If you have that mindset, you will have dips, and then you will come back from that dip. You will be constantly competing with yourself a day ago. The time frame that you're choosing is entirely dependent on what is your objective. And that is why I'm telling you guys. That's why I'm telling you. If you are a Strava runner or something, they have a cumulative fitness curve. Okay. If you haven't seen it, then you should go and check it out. This is for the paid version of Strava. It gives
Okay.
you a cumulative fitness curve. Okay. And in that cumulative fitness curve, it will keep on, it's just a relative measure of your own fitness. Let's say if you're constantly running for 10 days and if heart rate is getting better compared to your thing, it will keep adding points. Like you are 42, 46, 48. In fact, now that we are in Zoom, I actually would like to show it to you for people so that it's a very interesting.
Yeah.
This is something that is a measure of my own personal competition, and I know that I might lose it out at some point. As I'm talking, let me just sign in, and then I'll show you this cumulative score. This cumulative score essentially tells you how you are, improving your sort of fitness over time. Okay.
Okay.
So it'll always be ups and downs. There'll always be
Mhm.
ups and downs because life happens. So
Yes. Yeah.
that's where the Federer says the difference between good and great. There's a beautiful quote of one of the interviews. He said, good and great, both of them provide the same quality of output. They'll be able to win, they'll be do everything, right? But the great players are the ones who, when they take a dip, they know how to come back to good.
Mm.
The good players, when everything is going well, they will do well. But the minute they take a dip, they cannot deal with that dip. And after that, they can never come back to good. Great
Mm.
players, after coming back a dip, injury, all that, Nadal, Federer, all those great players, if you see, over 15, 20 years, they've been like winning Grand Slam after how? They know how
Yeah.
to come back. They know how to come back. And that is what we need to be competing. We need to know and learn how to be a better version of ourselves, depending on the time that you choose, that makes sense, and keep doing it and competing. You will realize you will first become a better version of yourself. You will do much better PR than you can ever do.
So true. So true, Bala. I just love that statement. Be a better version of yourself, right? That's what you're trying to compete against. Why look at other people? Why compare yourself against somebody else, right? And I think I experienced it myself. When I was chasing those PRs, I never got any. And when I gave more importance to focus on training, my own training is when I actually hit those, PRs unexpected, and it'll come your way. Just focus on yourself.
So I want to end by sharing that Strava screen. And by the way,
Hmm.
guys, we'll be introducing the metrics dashboard by end of me. And this metrics dashboard is built on the Strava principle. So we will give you cumulative training score, which we'll talk about it next week, walk with the coach. But let me share my screen right now, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So you're able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is my Strava desktop. It's available in mobile as well. So if you go to training and choose fitness and freshness, okay, you see this cumulative score. So right now you see, this is the last 3 months. I am at number 36. That 36 means nothing. It's a relative number. Like, see, last 5 days I've been not doing anything. So my relative score is coming down. Okay.
This is not VO2 max. It's a
not
different
VO2
score.
max. No, it's
Okay.
not VO. It's a fitness and freshness score.
Okay.
Depending on how consistent you are, how your heart rate is, how much distance you are doing, and all that
Okay.
stuff. So, like, say I was here, I was being very, you can see the activities here. When I did the activities, my fitness score kept on going up. Then I
Yeah.
stopped the activity because of whatever the golf
And it comes.
score is coming down. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this last 3 months, now last 6 months, you see, I was here.
Oh, wow.
I was here. Then I had all these injuries. I've come here. So I was like, what, 77? And now I'm 36. So for me, I'm trying to get to 77 first, which was the peak I had in March. I'm competing against my own self. I want to get to 77. And the only way I can get to 77 is being consistent with what I'm doing. You see all those bars, these are all my runs and distances, right? You see how I've done here? Consistently, I've been running here, so I'm 77. I have been like sparse here for whatever is the reason. I don't care.
Half of it is gone.
Gone. So I need to bring it back. But when I now do the last 2 years, look at where I was.
Oh, wow.
Then I had look at my curves. You see the greatness thing I was telling you? I'm trying to be great here. Every time there is a low, I don't let it go. I want to bring it back up. So you see, I have a history of bringing it back up. I want to make sure that I do it. And now let me show you all time. And there was a time, guys, I was 161.
Wow.
I was 161. This is when I had that small issue during full marathon. You remember?
Yeah.
1.5 years ago. From then on, I've come down to 36. But my goal is I want to get to 161. That was January 2018. I want to compete with the Bala of January, February, or March 2018. 161. So this is my competition, and this is what I'm competing against. I want you all to think like that. You fearful competitor against this Bala 160, equivalent of 161 number. I am 36. I have a long way to go, but I have a history of able to bring it up from being good to great. So I want to consider myself great. And you see the complete drop, and I'm bringing it up. I will come back, and I will come back to you and show you that I got back to 161. That's
this is fantastic. I mean, an important lesson is that you can have those setbacks, but there is a way, you have the power to bring it back up. So I think that's a very positive message, even for those who are now suffering setbacks or whatever, right? To see that you can bring it back. There is nothing that's holding you back for a long time. You can bring it back up.
Yeah, be a competitor. Don't let go of the competition. It's a positive thing. Competition is a very positive thing. Just that make sure that you have the right competitor in place.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Oh my God, I didn't realize how much time has passed, and this has been very enlightening. I mean, it's always, you hear these things again and again, but the more you hear it, it reinforces these messages. It makes running more fun. I hope all of our listeners enjoy it too. And we'll end this session. So
thank you,
bye,
Coach.
everybody.
Thank you, Coach Sujaa, for hosting. And it's always fun chatting with you. And we'll connect with everybody again at a later time. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. See you all later.